Hello, YouTube viewers! I am Sandalwood99, and this is the TheGina-nija.
Hello.
And today we're going to do a review of the season premiere of The Walking Dead, which is an AMC original series. Which, by the way, if you do not know AMC original series, you do not know good television, because everything they ever put out there is wonderful. Breaking Bad, Mad Men, The Prisoner, I feel like I'm missing one. Rubicon, and now The Walking Dead. I love Rubicon. The season premiere was just a little while ago. I mean, for finale. Anyways, The Walking Dead, as its name implies, is a zombie apocalypse story.
Best kind of story.
Yes. Rick Grimes is the main character's name. He gets shot. He's a cop, and he gets shot in a awesome little showdown. And he wakes up in a hospital about 2 or so weeks later, a couple weeks later. We don't know exactly how long. It's a reasonable amount of time. And the world has just gone to hell. There's no one in the hospital, and when he leaves, he discovers the streets are inhabited by zombies. And the story goes from there. Let's just get it out. This is really good. You should be able to tell by my Facebook status. It said, "The Walking Dead season premiere rocks." That was my Facebook status for a while. Because it did rock. It was really well done, which, you know, I knew it was going to be well done because it's AMC. And I've actually read part of the first comic book. I sat down in the store and read it.
Wait, what?
It was a comic book first.
The Walking Dead was a comic book.
Yeah, I sat down in the store and read it.
Totally didn't know that.
You were with me.
I was.
Yes, you were.
When was this?
This was, we were at the mall a while ago. I sat down and read it. You were, oh my god, you're so dense.
I must have been so totally baked at the time. No.
Yeah, no, you're not a pothead, man.
Yeah.
Don't try to act like you are.
Oh.
It's okay.
I try.
I know, you're Irish, it's fine. The Irish can be drunk and not high. It's how it works.
I'm Irish Canadian. So I can be both.
High five! Yes! Let's be both.
Okay, with that aside.
Now that we've decided to be alcoholics and potheads, we can actually do a review.
Stay tuned for our next one. That'll be enjoyable.
Yes. We, usually, I mean, not usually, but a lot of the times, when there's a zombie apocalypse story, you run the risk of it becoming kind of silly.
Yeah.
I see that a lot. What movie did I watch? Oh my god, Night of the Living Dead is the absolute worst zombie movie I've ever seen. It's so bad. The brains make the pain go away. What kind of pain? The pain of being dead. They interrogate a zombie. You know,
Yeah.
we're not reviewing that movie. We're gonna stick to The Walking Dead. The
that
Walking Dead was well crafted from the very moment it started. Everything that happened either moved the plot along or revealed something important about the characters, which is a big plus for stories. It started. Oh, the opening. That was.
Wait. And everything they did in it makes sense. Like,
yes.
there was no stupid thing. And I think this is,
I was
honestly,
so
I've never,
glad.
this has always been like a rule with zombies and stuff, gunshots, they attract more zombies.
Yeah.
It's always been like common, everyone knows that, but I think this is the first time where it's been like, they actually did it, like, yeah, don't shoot guns.
Yeah.
More will come.
And the other thing is, a lot of times especially in horror-themed movies, they make the characters do really stupid stuff for the purpose of getting them into scenarios where you can scare the audience.
Yeah.
This doesn't do that. The main character, after his his initial freak out of, oh my god, what's happening, and he gets rescued by that man and his son. Wish I could remember their names.
I don't know.
Whatever. They're I guess they're kind of important. Whatever. After he gets rescued by them and he kind of gets his bearings and realizes what's going down, he becomes not so cold and calculating that I can't relate to him, but calculating enough that he's like, okay, I'm going to go here, this is where the guns are, I'm going to get them, I'm going to drive into the city, and do. And he becomes intelligent, not to the point of isolation intelligent, but he's intelligent enough that the story revolves around, like, whatever. They don't make him do stupid stuff just to move the story along, to put him in weird scenarios.
Yeah.
Which is amazing. Another thing is this television series. I've already seen the first 3 episodes. He's only seen the first, but I can tell you right now, this series is not. It is a horror series in that it's zombies and there's a lot of gore and there's some scenes where the zombies attack. So that in that sense it's horror, but it's not really suspenseful or scary horror. It's
Yeah.
more like moral conundrum type horror. How does morality and society hold up in a world where zombies have taken over? And that's a question you can ask a lot in a lot of apocalypse movies. And the wonderful book I Am Legend, which you should all read, and not see the movie, read the book. But it's something that you see a lot in apocalypse-style movies. How does morality translate to the end of society? And that's something they explore, especially in the second and third episodes, which you should need to watch because they rock.
Yeah.
They do.
Also, with it is they touched on some things that you think about in a zombie apocalypse. Like if that were to actually happen, there would be a couple things that it's not very that you really don't want just because it's so like hard. Something. No, I don't know. But like in the first episode,
the opening scene.
Yeah.
That was a great.
Yeah, that's
very
the first
thing
time
we
that's
saw.
ever been done.
Very first thing we saw was he's looking for gas, and there's a little girl walking, and she's holding a teddy bear, and he's like, little girl, are you okay? And then it turns around, her face is like all decomposed, and she's like, rah, and runs at him, and then he shoots her, and then the opening scene rolled, and that was the moment. It was like, you are all now hooked on this show.
Yeah.
You can't escape it. It has you. It is. And just from there,
it's just the fact on how like real it is. Like no other zombie movie's done that, and that is something that a real zombie apocalypse would have.
I disagree. 28 days later had a little girl zombie.
They did? Oh.
I'm almost certain it did. It had a little girl zombie but he killed it later in the movie once he already was like, I'm a man now. The zombie apocalypse has turned me into a cold man, and I will kill you. Wasn't at the beginning, but yeah.
Also. With
Zombies don't run. Thank you so much.
Yes, they don't.
I don't know the director's name, but it's the guy who directed The Shawshank Redemption. Thank you. Zombies don't run. They stumble. And you know why? Because they're not alive. It's a virus that's moving their limbs.
Fair enough.
Thank you.
And
their heads.
And with the father and son that rescue the main character.
Yeah.
With the father who has to who tries to shoot
his zombified wife.
Which I don't think they've ever really touched on, at least not in that detail.
No.
With that emotion to it.
That was
That's
great acting.
Yeah. I was like, this is my favorite show ever now.
Also, there's two scenes with this half woman, there's half of a zombie, and it's like crawling around on the ground.
Yeah.
That took 6 hours to do that makeup. 6 hours, and she has no more than a minute of screen time. 6 hours.
That's devotion.
That is devotion. I just want to give a shout out to most of the actors. I'm not sure about the main character just yet. He hasn't really given me much to determine whether or not he's really good. But a lot of the
main character's gonna have more time to do that.
Yes, a lot of the side characters, especially that guy's father,
Mm-hmm.
a lot. And you haven't met him yet, but in the second episode, there's this guy who's the white trailer trash of the survival party, and he plays it very well. And he doesn't play it like a stereotype. He plays it like, I really believed that this person is white trailer trash, and they know about stereotypes. And he's a complicated person who's not just evil, or he's not just a douchebag, and he's an actual person, which is always good. And yay for the zombie actors. There must be like a couple hundred of you.
At least. The last scene in the first episode.
Oh yeah, that's true.
I liked how they did that, because it wasn't like, I'll run for like 5 minutes. It's like, no, he was screwed over like right away.
Yeah.
Like, if there's that many zombies, you're screwed.
Yeah.
But he's lucky
I felt sorry for his horse. Spoiler alert, his horse gets eaten. Yeah. And I felt sorry for that horse.
I thought it was going to be more... involved with the horse.
No. I already knew that because I read the comic book, and so I knew he was going to get eaten. I don't know anything that's going to happen now, and my knowledge is now limited to what I've seen in the TV show, which has thoroughly impressed me, as we've already established. It's very good. I love AMC TV shows because my doorbell just rang.
It did?
Yeah, I think it did. You know who it is? It's Crazy Lightning. He's here.
Oh dear.
Oh my God, he's found us. He's found our new hideout. Damn it!
Dumb!
We want to get rid of him. He called earlier. As you know.
Anyways.
What are we at? Oh, we're at 10 minutes right now. I guess We don't really need to go to the full 15 minutes. I think we can sum it up right now. Oh, just briefly, it didn't really happen too much in the first episode, but in the second, third episode, a lot of characters get introduced all at once, and
I was expecting
for an
that.
entire episode, I was like, okay, I can't keep track of you. I just slow down. What's happening? And
Who are you?
So by the end of the third episode, it's established that there are like there are 3 or 4 main characters. There are a few secondary characters, and then there are a few people in their group who are just background people who say a few lines but aren't really that important. And so for a while, I had trouble distinguishing who was important and who I should focus my attention on during a scene. But by the end of the third episode, it's all kind of sorted out. And like any good series, all the people are real and believable, and there's no stock or wooden characters, and no poor acting so far.
But that might change.
I don't think. Actually, I'm not.
Hopefully not.
I'm actually not a fan. Quickly, I'm not a fan of the man's wife. You haven't seen much of her yet.
Nope.
She looks really young. That's one of my reasons. Is he looks like he's like in his 40s, and they have a son who's like 9, and she looks like she's like 22. And I don't know if that's just me thinking she's young, but she looks really young, and I'm not sure about her yet. Anyways, so let's give the season premiere of The Walking Dead.
You go first.
Me go first. I really enjoyed it. It's a 9. I'm looking forward to this.
I think I'm gonna have to say 9 as well.
It's great. Go see it. Go
Yes,
watch it.
do it now.
Goodbye.